Hey, this is Paul Smith with Employee Fitness, Personal Training, and Group Fitness. We're going to go over a very beginner workout today. We're actually going to start off with a little warm-up. Do it a couple times, maybe 3 to 5 minutes to get some good blood flow moving around before you take off into the activity. We're going to do some high knees right now, just going in place. I'm actually going to go for 30 seconds. Just high knees. Get those arms going too. Nice and easy. We're just warming up. All right, if you're somebody that can, start jogging it. But it'd be very basic, especially if you hadn't worked out in a long time. Let's just step it. Going for 30 seconds. Remember, nice and easy. You can also make it a little harder by taking those arms up in the air if you want to. All right, but you don't have to. I'm gonna go 5 more seconds. All right, let's have a little fun. We're gonna get a little disco. I'm gonna reach out with my right foot, but reach across with my right arm. All right, nice and easy, 30 seconds. Again, go a little faster if you want it harder. But remember, we're just warming up, just trying to loosen up for that activity. We're gonna do a very basic body weight workout. The only piece of equipment we might need is some very light dumbbells or some can of soups. Or whatever you have laying around the house. All right after this, we're gonna go into some low knees with some bicep curls, low knees. All right, so I'm actually gonna try to take that heel towards my bottom and curl. We're gonna bend at the elbows. Keep my elbows pinned at my side and only bending at the elbow joint. 30 seconds, nice and easy. Again, if you want it a little higher intensity, we could start jogging it. But if you are a beginner, just step it. Ten seconds. All right, time. As for the exercises now, we're going to do something strength training, and then we'll do something maybe a little more cardiovascular right after that, and then we'll do another strength training. We're going to do something for core, then upper body, lower body, upper body, lower body, and that's going to be it. If you want it harder, do this round again. Do it 2 rounds. But if you're a beginner, maybe 1 time most days of the week. What's most days of the week? 4 to 5 times a week. Try to get that in there and maybe start with a little walking program as well. But we're going to start off with something with the core to engage our postural muscles, both front and back. It's called a plank. We're just going to make our body a plank. All right, find something that you can use, especially if you're a beginner, maybe a chair, a desk, or something like that. We're going to keep our belt line rolled up towards our chin, a glute squeeze. I don't want to see any saggy hips. All right. Or we don't want to see it back here in the heels. We want to try to get a plank. Straight line from my ear to my ankles. You want this a little harder, go down to your elbows. All right, and shoot to try to hold this for 30 seconds. So here we go. Keep that tail tucked, glute squeezed. Nice plank. Keep that chin tucked. All right, we want to be up here in a cervical pinch. Keep the chin tucked, and remember to breathe. All right, again, if you want that a little easier, come up on those hands. All right, or come up to something higher. Maybe use your kitchen counter or something like that. Something stable though. Make sure we don't fall and hurt ourselves. But shoot for 30 seconds. But if you're a beginner and it's too tough, maybe do 15 seconds. Time. All right, now we're gonna go into a 30-second high knees. 30 seconds high knees. All right, make this a little more intense, a little higher intensity than what we did in the warm-up. So maybe go a little faster if we can. But again, if you're a beginner, do what you can. Take breathers if you need to. All right, as you see, I'm trying to maintain my posture and just picking up the knees as high as I can and get those arms pumping. Right after this, we're gonna go into some stand-ups. So just find you a chair. Some of you might need a little higher chair. So you pay attention to that, go as strong as you can. We're gonna control that posture both up and down. All right, let's just shoot for 15 reps of these. 15 reps if we can. Again, if that's too tough, maybe do 10. Do whatever you can do, especially if you're starting out. But let's start with our knees directly over our ankles. We're gonna sit up nice and tall. We're only gonna be hinging from the hips. Once my shoulders get right about above my knees, I'm gonna drive through those heels, control myself up, but also control myself down. No plopping, all right? Take that head with you. Stand all the way up to straight. Control yourself down. There's 2. Watch the knees bowing in or out. Try to control everything. There's 3. 4, 5, 6. Remember, control, no plopping. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, let's go back to that disco for 30 seconds. Again, a little more high intensity. Pick up that pace. But if you have to at home, maybe this is a little too much to do the little cardio in between the strength training exercise. Maybe just do the strength training exercises. Take out the cardio. Maybe rest right now instead of doing these cardio exercises. 3, 2, 1, time. Now we're going to go into a body weight push-up. No, I'm not asking you to get on the ground just yet, but if you can get on the ground and do some push-ups, please do. Make sure we keep proper form and keep that plank that we just did earlier. All right. For me, I'm going to use my windowsill here. You could use your kitchen counter at home, or maybe you can even, if you're a beginner, just do a wall push-up. All right. But the same concept. We're going to try to have my wrist straight out in front of my shoulders, a little bit wider than shoulder width, and I'm going to still keep that tail tucked, belt line rolled up towards my chin, and control my plank down to my hands. All right, I'm letting those elbows flare out about chest line high. We're going to shoot for 15 of those. Again, if you need that a little easier, maybe you could step in a little bit and you're not having as much weight in your hands. If you want a little harder, take that step back. But keep your plank. And shoot for about 15. If this gets too easy, maybe you can add 2 sets, or maybe even go down to a floor or something, maybe a bench height. You know, so in here I do have my block sitting right here. I can just head over to my block. Now I'm a little bit lower, getting a little bit more weight in my hands, making it a lot harder for myself. Again, shoot for about 15 of those. Then we're back up, and we're gonna do those low knees and bicep curls, but more intensity. If you can jog it, but another 30 seconds there. Boom, I'll turn sideways so you can see me. Boom. If that's all you can do, stay there. But if we could jog it, let's jog it. And remember, take rest if needed. If you need to take a little break, please do. And stay hydrated, stay hydrated. Time. All right, now we're going to go into a little step up, a little reverse lunge. Now for me, I can go deep into my lunge. All right, if you can do this at home, more power to you. Keep your back against the wall, 90 and 90 with both knees. You see how this knee is directly up under my hip? I'm going to come up, bring the knee up. We're going to do 15 on one side. So that might be too hard, especially if you're a beginner. All we want to do is just step back, a little small lunge, bring the knee up. 2, 3, we're going to get 15 both sides. 4, 5. If you need something for balance, get close to something. Maybe that kitchen counter or a banister, door frame, something to hold on for balance just in case you needed that. I'd say that's about 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we're just going to swap it. Do the other side. You might have to turn around to hold on to something if you need to. All right. 2, 3, remember, still working on bending that knee, driving through the hill, control yourself down. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Now we're going to go act like we're climbing a ladder, doing some high knees, getting those arms up. Nice and easy. If you want it harder, then you can run it. All right, we're going 30 seconds, but you could also just sit here and step it. Right after this, we're going to do something for the back. We're going to do some road pulls. So if you maybe have some can of soup, water bottles, something like that, if you don't have any dumbbells at home, that's some things you can look for to try to use to add intensity to this exercise. All right, you can even use them in your hands right now and make this step up even harder. Time. So row pull, I'm gonna use some weights. Find you some weights, whatever you can use, either it's soup, water, whatever. We have a nice flat back, chin tucked, soft bend in the knees. So we're hinging from the hips, soft bend in the knees, nice flat back. Gonna do a row pull, and we're shooting for 15. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, guys, that is going to be your beginner workout. Intensify it by either maybe adding another round in if you want to, maybe going a higher weight or making your body angle a little more. If you want to, like the push-ups, you could move down to the floor maybe, go down to your knees or something like that. So, but if you do more than one round, more power to you. Try to get something in most days of the week. Shoot to get some activity in 4 to 5 days a week, please. All right, that's it. I'm Paul Smith, thanks.